it's safe to say that it would be pretty cool to have expanding blocks in build mode. But what if I told you you can already build them yourself? And actually, they're insanely easy to make. They literally only require 3 blocks. And yeah, let's just say there is literally absolutely no limit to how big you can make these. I think this one is 20 by 20. Oh yeah, baby. Now that is pretty cool. Oh god, oh god, oh god. It's glitching on the lever. De-expand. All right, now to build one of these, like I said, it is literally insanely easy. All you need is a block of your choice. I'm going to use this one right here because I like it. Actually, I'm going to use this one right here. I'm going to go a little bit crazy. Then next up, all you're going to have to do is simply place yourself a piston to the side and set the piston length to 5. And then you're going to click it. So that way, you know, it fully expands. All right, now all we're going to do next up is the, of course, final block. And actually, this can be any block of your choice. We're simply going to just scale a block over the actual piston, just like so. So as you can see, the piston is now fully covered. And that's it. This right here is a block that can expand infinitely. Or actually, not in, well, technically infinitely if you have infinite blocks. But let's start off with like 5 times. Now, we're going to grab the clone tool right here, and we're actually going to set our movement tool to 5. So we're going to set it to 5, and we're going to start cloning this thing. Now, of course, the number 5 is the exact same number that we gave the piston earlier. And there's a very good reason for that. But first things first, let's make ourselves a growing block. So this right here is already done. Literally, if we go ahead right now and we unanchor this whole thing, it drops. And when we flick the lever, as you can see, it all gets compressed into a single block. But when we flick the lever again, as you can see, hey, wait, that doesn't look right. I mean, it doesn't look good. So yeah, you actually got to do something a little bit more clever than that. So while it's expanded, you actually want to change all of the piston settings to 2. And when you've done that, the next time you flick it, it will actually perfectly arrange itself, just like that. Now, you know, you've got the expanding block perfectly, but you cannot save it like this, because if you save it like this, you've got a problem. I mean, literally, it's got to all glue together. So we're going to set it back to 5, and now we could actually save it. Now, I think it's safe to say that with this, you could literally make entire builds that expand out of a single block. And you know what? That is exactly what I want to do. So with this wooden block, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did earlier, but this time around, I'm going to do it on 2 sides like this. And let's just say that this thing right here is going to be my masterpiece. So we're going to take this whole thing and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to clone it. I'm going to start off with a platform that's like 10 by 10. So 1, 2, 3. Actually, we're going to go like 10 by 5. I think that would look nicer. So here we go. This is 10 blocks wide. Now we're going to go 10 blocks deep. So we're going to literally do the exact same thing, just to the side. So there you go. All right, there you go. That is a 5 by 10 block square. So I'm going to actually delete these right here on the side because we don't need these exact pistons anymore. And it just looks kind of ugly. All right, so in theory, I think this should actually work. I'm just going to test it real quick just to be safe. So we're going to... Yeah, baby. That right there is an expanding block. Now, I'm actually going to have to set the piston length to 2 again. And there you go. Now, when I flick it, it should. There it is. Make our perfect platform. Now, the blocks are glitching. That's because, you know, I still need to make them invisible. But don't worry about that. Now, I should add that I actually think this is the perfect size for what we're going to be building. Now, around this build, I actually would like to have like a bit of a structure. So, you know what? A couple of these, I'm also going to make expand upwards. But not just with any block. I'm actually going to be using like the poles, you know, these puppies right here. Now, I'm not just going to simply build these on top of there because then, you know, it's not really expanding because that would be kind of stupid. So yeah, we got to make sure these expand as well. So because we want our very first pole to go right there, I'm simply going to place one right there. And just to make everything way easier to build on, I'm actually going to just move it out of the way. All right, so this puppy needs to expand upwards. So we're going to do the same thing, but simply place the piston on the bottom this time. Piston length 5. We expand it. Now this block is kind of a weird length. It's 3 studs long, so we're going to have to change our like cool settings and everything. It's really hard to work with. But in the end, it is pretty much the exact same thing. And there you go. Now guys, one thing that's going to be very, very important is getting your piston settings right. So currently, we want these blocks right here to actually retract to 2. So currently it's set to 5 because that's how we're going to be building it, but we're going to set these to 2. And what this is going to do when we actually activate it and then reactivate it, when we activate it, it's pretty much going to like shrink back together, if you know what I'm saying. But this one is 3 blocks long. So rather than setting this piston right here to 2, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Instead, we're going to set it to 3. So set that to 3 and that should be perfect right there. So once again, we're going to clone this thing like 5 times. 1, and there it is. There we go. Now we have 5 of them. And actually, I'm going to delete this one on the bottom because we don't need it anymore. I'm going to move this back into place. And actually, I'm going to clone this over to this corner and all all the way to that corner as well. Actually, wait, I'm missing a corner. There you go. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, those pistons are set to piston length 3. So when we select all and we unanchor and we actually test this thing out, I think all we should do is give it a flick of the lever and it retracts down to 2 blocks because obviously, you know, we got 2 different kinds of blocks right here. And when we expand it, we got ourselves a little build. Dude, that is so clean. All right, now, sadly, this right here is a bit of a boring build. Like, let's be honest, we don't have a lot going on so far. Now, you know what? I think it's safe to say that it would be kind of nice to have a roof over our head. So I'm literally going to just select everything right here. Of course, wait, down my nose. And I'm just going to clone this whole thing upwards. There you go. Now, I don't really want the roof to be the exact same, like, thickness as the floor, so I'm actually going to change it. I'm just going to literally... Can I change it? Oh, wait, I selected the wrong thing. There you go. I'm just going to make everything a little bit thinner. Now, guys, one thing I will say is that I would highly recommend when you're building this yourself that you actually hide all of the pistons and stuff in the beginning, because trust me, it's going to take me a little while to fix this later, but I just think it looks really cool seeing all the pistons and stuff, so I wanted to see them. And the ones in the middle, I'm actually going to scale upwards, so that way the roof isn't just perfectly flat. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. We got a roof on our head, so that's pretty good. Now, somewhere around here, we actually want to be able to sit down and like ride this thing, so you know what? We're gonna need a chair, and actually, I'm thinking a pilot chair. There you go. Oh, wait, that links to everything. Wait, we gotta place a lever first. Actually, you know what? I might have to place the chair last because everything will link to the chair when I start building again. Well, anyway, we could actually place ourselves the what is this? The control, the steering wheel. So of course we can actually steer our ship. Actually, we gotta go 1 block back. It's a little too close to the front because yeah, I would actually kind of like to have some kind of fencing around the actual ship. Now, currently, you could literally just walk on and off. You know, specifically off. You don't want anyone to be riding your ship and to fall off. You're gonna get sued. It's gonna be a bad time. So first off, let's add in the passenger seats. 1, 2, 3. There you go. That should do. So now people can actually ride with us. All right, now for this fence, there's a small part of me that kind of wants to just keep it simple with like a little cross pattern like this. And actually, funnily enough, because we're making this a fence, there is no faster, like no better way to do this. So we're literally gonna just place blocks. We don't even have to do any kinds of mechanics. All right, rotate, and we're just gonna keep this going. Well, there you go. Okay, you know what? This thing is actually gonna start looking pretty good. And actually, I'm actually gonna move that thing. It's gonna go to the very front. Now, currently, we've got like a bit of a funky box that expands, and it's kind of cool, but it doesn't really do too much of anything. So, yeah, I'm gonna want to do something about that, and the best way to do something about that is to make it fly. Now, in my opinion, one of the most underrated ways to make something fly is to use balloons. I mean, I think they fly very funny, and also they're very fun to build with. So, we're gonna be using balloons right here. Now, I really don't know how many of these I'm gonna need to actually make this thing fly, and I'm kind of worried that it's gonna be a lot of them because I think pistons are quite heavy. Now, we could also use the star balloons because, you know, they're actually more powerful than the regular ones. You know what? I think that's what we might just have to do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna first test it with the regular, but if they don't work, we're gonna go to the star. All right, so right on top of here, we're gonna add just simply a layer of balloons on top of every single one of these blocks right here. You know what? Maybe we should just replace the entire block with a balloon. Wait, that makes a lot more sense. And it will also save us on weight quite a bit. All right, cloning time, baby. Okay, that should be all of the cloning done. Now, actually, I kind of want this thing to look like a hot air balloon, and, you know, just simply having a flat square of balloons, it's not gonna look very balloon-like. So actually, I think I'm gonna make the entire balloon unit literally expand a bunch. All right, so first things first, we're actually gonna make it expand downwards by 1 block. All right, there you go. And then next up, we're actually gonna make this thing expand 2 blocks upwards. So that way, we're gonna boom, a big balloon. And actually, I'm gonna have to redo all of these balloons, so I'm just gonna delete them. All right, then same exact thing. Piston on the bottom. I think that is that done. Oh, we got knocked off. I'm gonna clone that twice. Actually, we're gonna clone it 3 times. Oh, there you go. Now, for this specific unit, it's gonna be insanely difficult to later on actually hide the different mechanics. So I'm actually gonna have to go in and hide them right now. All right, there you go. And actually, I'm gonna do the exact same thing over here, dude. It's just gonna make my life 1,000 times easier. I'm gonna select everything, and then I'm gonna have to manually deselect all of the blocks. Oh, I hit a couple blocks. There you go. Okay, so now, you know, it's a bit harder to work on, but trust me, hiding them later is way more of a pain in the butt. All right, time to start cloning these puppies. Now, I really hope that this is actually going to be enough to actually carry this thing. All right, there it is. Now, okay, currently this thing is still a cube, and cubes, they don't look very good. So instead, we're actually going to delete one block of each one of these on the sides. We're going to be very careful here not to delete what we want to keep. And yeah, we can actually check our progress by just simply selecting everything. So that side is done. Now we're going to do the other side. I think that's finished. So yeah, now this thing is going to look like a nice ball. All right, now one thing I'm actually not too sure of anymore is how this thing is going to look when we actually expand it. So let's expand it. Let's see what it looks like. Or sorry, when we contract it, when it gets really nice and small. Oh God. Oh God, we automatic. Oh, we got to do something about that. Oh, what is happening? Oh boy, that is not what I was expecting. So when we pop all the balloons, the entire build is going to re-expand. Oh my God. You know what though? That is looking pretty freaking cool. Now, I think I'm going to have to go in and make the shapes a little bit nicer. Like for example, I kind of want 2 balloons right here. I might want to get rid of 1 line of balloons on the side. Actually, wait, I might just scale them in 1 thing to the side. So that way, you know, it looks a little bit more round, but so far it's looking pretty good. And it's definitely powerful enough to carry all of the weight. Because yeah, that is something else. So yeah, we should be able to just simply scale these blocks right here in a little bit like that. That should make them look a lot better. All right, so that should be that done. We're gonna have to get proper lever stuff set up, but currently we have actually kind of no way to actually make this thing move. So hopefully, and I really hope so, the best way to actually make this happen is simply, actually, you know what? We're gonna have to move the entire thing up a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add some weighted blocks at the bottom right here, just to make sure that, you know, this thing actually stays perfectly level, because currently the entire build is pretty much the same weight. So I'm going to add these in, and actually, if you wanted to, you could totally just go ahead and make these invisible, but I think they're going to look pretty cool, so I'm actually going to just simply keep them. And for the movement, I think the best thing to do is actually going to be one of these. That's going to be kind of weird, though. Maybe like that? I think that's my only, like, choice, actually. And then I think with that, it's time we actually hide all of these extra blocks on the side. So that way, you know, we can actually start finalizing this thing. Luckily, because everything is pretty expanded, we can just kind of go in like that. All right, only a couple left. Okay, and hide that stuff. And I think with that, we have our entire build completed right here. Now, literally, everything should be perfect. Expansion, you know, the way everything connects, literally, absolutely everything should work right. So let's see and test it out. Now, oh, wait, we're going to have to fix the actual balloons. Oops. Okay, so here we go. I think the perfect spot for the lever, this is going to be the only invisible block in the entire build, okay? And it's for good reason, because it's right here just because it's going to be cool. I'm going to go right here and place it inside, just like so, of the actual thing that controls the ship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yep, absolutely everything linked to it, and that is not what we want. So now we're going to have to go in and manually select all of the things like the balloons and all that sort of stuff that we don't want to just automatically activate the second we flip the switch. Oh, dude, this stuff is already really hard to select. Oh my God. Okay. And I think with that, we have we have selected all of the different things we don't want to work with the levers. So we're going to go back to the lever and unlink those. And then we're going to want to go in. Now, I actually think that the pilot seat is going to look horrible. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to place the pilot seat. This link to anything I don't want it to link to. There's an easy way to check. Simply move it out of the way. Yeah, that only linked to the stuff I wanted it to link to. So that's perfect. And yeah, let's just say there's going to be 2 invisible things in this build. Okay, whatever. Who cares? We're going to place a chair right there. And yeah, we're going to just simply place the pilot seat on top of it. And we're going to hide the pilot seat. Actually, wait, should I just rebuild a chair? Wait, I think I could do that. Yeah, I'm just going to quickly rebuild a chair. All right, there you go. So I've perfectly rebuilt. Don't want it to look like that. Oops. I've perfectly rebuilt one of these chairs. And yeah, the main reason for that is because I really don't want people to be able to sit on the wrong chair and not be able to control things, because that would be kind of stupid. So let's paint that the right color. There you go. And in theory, pretty much what is now going to be our actual pilot seat should just look like a regular, simple, boring chair. Like that one. And actually, most importantly, when we actually, you know, contract the entire build back into one, there's not going to be like one big thing sticking out, which is going to be the pilot seat, because that would just look really, really bad. Right? So this right here, this one's going to be collision off and invisible. Oh, there you go. All right, here we go. Time to test this puppy out. Now, as you can see, we can just simply sit in the chair like everything is normal. Flick the lever. I cannot click the lever. Oh, there you go. Okay, click the lever. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, we have a couple block glitches going on. Don't love to see that. So, typically what I would personally like to do here is actually move these these blocks right here up by half of a block. And actually, doing that wouldn't be too difficult, but for now, I'm gonna leave this thing be. Oh god, what is that? Well, what is that? What is that? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna flick the lever. I'm just gonna flick the lever. Why not? Oh boy, here we go. Welcome to my little blimp. Now, oh boy, wait, we can actually control it. Dude, let's go. Now, I wish I still had my lever right here, but it was freaking broken because I actually placed it wrong. Okay, and actually, I can, even with the people in here, I can actually bring the whole build back together. Hop in, dudes. Okay, here we go. Expand the balloons. Bum. And it freaking works. Why, we can actually ride it. Now, guys, keep in mind, there is no controllable chair in this thing. Like, this is literally, you know, we're kind of doing the loop-de-loops. But dude, this is so cool. Wait. Oh my god. I placed a pilot seat. That is why things are flipping. Okay. All right, there you go. Now we can ride it like a lot better. So this is more like how it's supposed to go. And then we can expand the whole thing, which makes us first very heavy, but then it actually makes us very light. Let's go. Dude, I freaking love this build, man. What is happening over there, dude? What is that? What is happening over there? All right, let's fix our only, like, kind of like problem. All right, there you go. That should fix it. Now we should actually be able to click it. So select all and drop it. Did that work? Drop it. Oh, okay. I think it works. Okay, now right now it looks very goofy. Let's bring it all back together, baby. But I still can't click it. Why is it still not? Is it the hitbox? Okay, now I put it actually on top. Ah, there you go. Okay, dude. Apparently that block right there just really freaking stinks. Let's go on an adventure. Woo-hoo! Oh god, how am I gonna actually pop everything? Expand the build! Quick, we're all gonna drown! Oh, there we go. Man, we're really going. Dude, they actually activated some of these, so it's kind of weird. Oh god, yep, now we got a whole lot of balloons. Now, the weird thing is, we're actually able to pretty much float this thing with a single balloon activated, which I don't even know how that works. Like, this thing is so heavy, man. Dude, the fact that this is working this well, I am absolutely flabbergasted. This is amazing. It's the Jessetc stage! And we floated through it, baby. Oh, God, wait. I don't know what happens when a single block breaks. Okay, wait. Because we have, like, a pretty well-structured chip right here, like, things aren't just going to crumble apart as soon as one block breaks, but it's not going to be very far off of that. You know what? Why don't we just drop down the meat grinder real quick? Oh, we got lucky. Dude, we have almost made it to the very end. Oh, wait, we got knocked by someone. No. Okay. I only barely managed to save it, dude. And here we go. Come on, make it to the end. Come on, drop. Okay, wait, because they activated all of the balloons. It's kind of hard to actually drop down. Okay, we gotta just keep spamming the activation. And there we go. We freaking made it, baby. And now I would like my money.